iHeartRadio Broadway, driven by Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.
It just feels so exciting and fantastic. It's been a long time coming, this one, and we're all bursting to open tonight because we feel we have a good show and we have a lot to show. I mean, Hugh Jackman and Sutton Foster are at the top of their game, and the rest of us are very happy to be there with them and learning from them. And there's a great spirit in the company. It's joyous, but the music is joyous as well. It's a very happy show.
Just grateful,
Yeah.
so grateful, so proud to be a part of this show, proud to work with this guy. Just unbelievable gratitude.
I love watching my husband perform, so when that curtain rises and he comes out and the rest of the cast, Sutton Foster, everyone's fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing the show.
It's a little surreal, but the whole thing feels really beautiful. I'm having the time of my life. I'm working with the greats of all time, and our cast across the board is just extraordinary. And I'm not going to take one day for granted.
Oh my gosh. Well, Hugh's like my Aussie big brother. I like to joke that I like snuck in his suitcase and that's how I got over here and got the job in the Music Man. Hugh and Sutton, they're both so lovely. What leaders, they lead with their hearts, and they're role models to me and I think all of the company, truly.
Oh, I'm glad it finally opens because my husband has been very nervous. It's his show, and I'm just gonna have a good time.
Oh, I feel crazy. I feel drunk and excited. I'm not drunk. No, I feel crazily excited about this one. It's been 3 really long years waiting, and finally, tonight we're here and we're opening.
They are the greatest team. They play with such heart and with such courage and with such skill and the right attitude. They're bringing joy back, and I think that's a little bit of something we could all use.
It feels like we can all just take a deep breath. I think we've all been holding our breath through this whole time because not only because you're opening a show, but opening in the middle of COVID and everything else that's been going on. So I think to finally make it to this point after, not just a couple long months, but 2 long years of waiting is really, really wonderful.
This is the most joyous cast and crew on Broadway, I feel, led by 2 of the kindest, most enthusiastic leads we've ever had. Hugh and Sutton are a dream, and I am delighted that we are open and that we're healthy enough to have the full company as intended.
I'm really proud of them. I really am. I mean, 21 Broadway debuts. 21 Broadway debuts in one cast. No, I'm going to cry from the moment the curtain goes up tonight. I just am. I'm so proud of all of them, and they're just the best in the whole world. This cast are really, really special.
That's exciting. That's like the most exciting thing about tonight, I think, is like watching 21 people like realize the dream. So that's going to be fun.
It's a privilege to be in a show that can offer 21 people a chance to join this Broadway community. I don't know, it really makes me emotional when I see them, when I think of it. And tonight when we're on the stage before opening night and they all took a photo together, it was just so moving.
Oh, it was incredible.
It's fantastic. It's just absolutely, I will never forget it as long as I live. It's been a memorable night in every way, on stage, and the audience, the warmth from the audience and the appreciation, and just watching all the beautiful stars do their thing. It's been fantastic.
Oh, wow. I made my debut this season, so I'm sure they're a little bit of everything. Excited, nervous, anxious, but most of all, I'm sure they're excited because anybody that studied this craft, to make your Broadway debut is a day that you've been waiting for a long time. So I'm sure all of them worked very hard to get here, so I'm sure they're excited.
That's major, because when I made my debut at 21 years old, it was one of the best nights of my life. So I can't imagine what they're going through right now before the curtain raises. That's so exciting.
It's been amazing. I was telling someone else, I've never been in a company that has celebrated Broadway debuts at this level. It's been phenomenal to see them lifted up, these 21 young people that are making their debuts today. To be a part of that has just been phenomenal.
I didn't expect to become that emotional, but they're 21 debuts. This is half the cast of The Music Man's first time on Broadway, and it just I experienced this great upwelling of love for these extraordinarily talented young people, and an upwelling of hope for our art and our industry.
Oh, it's been incredible what they have all been through. And as you've seen Hugh mention all the swings. I mean, at one night there was 14 understudies. They're walking around the stage not even recognizing people, sort of being at a party, like, who are you? So it's amazing what they pulled off.
I was still running lines in my head, so that all came as an absolute gobsmacked moment of shock and awe. But I'm so grateful to him for shining a light on the job of being a swing or a standby or an understudy, because there's a lot of us, and it was just the most classy, lovely outpouring of love.
It's sort of like a real family. I mean, you've gone through it all together, and we're still together. We're on this journey together. We've just started another phase of it. So, and you have all these age ranges, so it's pretty much an extended family.
The bond is amazing, and it really stems from Hugh and Sutton just like stepping up as leaders and really taking that ownership and really just coming in and being like, we're a team, we work together, look in each other's eyes, and they bring us treats all the time. And I mean, it seems silly, but it really is. It makes that camaraderie really come together, and when we're on stage, you can feel it.
Amazing. Hugh and Sutton are the definition of a leading man and a leading woman, not because of their talent, but because of what they do off stage. The camaraderie, how they lead with their heart, and they make sure everyone feels validated and important. And also this cast is full of talent and Broadway veterans that I remember YouTubing and Googling and looking up, so I feel just honored to be in great company.
It is the most special cast I've ever been in. And it's largely because of the leadership from the top, Kate Horton, Hugh Jackman, Sutton Foster, but also leadership from the bottom. The youngest members of this cast infuse it with a feeling of joy that is unfakeable, and that sometimes as a seasoned veteran you can forget and become a sort of performing monkey. Joy is pure for them, and it's infectious.
Well, it's just everybody's been through a dark time, and I think people just love to come into the theatre and just get involved in something. I mean, people they commit. You know, there's a commitment from the audience to the cast together, a silent commitment to enjoy the night and the music.
It's crucial because it's the anchor of our tourism that allows our tourism to feed a multi-billion-dollar industry. And they leave here and go and visit other industries in our city. And so when the lights go on in Broadway, those lights go on throughout our entire city. And to be honest, it starts the process of turning lights on throughout our entire country. It starts here on Broadway. This is America's Broadway.
People come and live here because of Broadway. Culture, commerce, these are things that differentiate New York from other cities. And the only other city that could compare is London. And they have similar to us, and if you go back and forth, you'd have a great life.
My favorite moments was having a full house and saying, who has never seen a show here before? And those hands go up, and you get emotional because you understand in this real sense, felt sense. Since I've moved to New York, I've heard that there's many students in you live in New York and you haven't seen a show on Broadway, you haven't seen a piece of theater. It's a part of the culture, the stitching of New York, and so I landed and tried to get my bearings and really get to know the community, and to say I'm tasked with the job of giving out 10,000 tickets to the most deserving folks and folks who don't normally get to the theater. I said, dream job. So I'm there. Where do I sign? So I'm just thrilled to spend the rest of this year building deep partnerships. We have 9 nonprofit organizations here at opening night, representative of the audience development initiatives, as well as some Department of Education teachers and administrators. So we're wanting to launch this year right.
I don't think there's ever a wrong time for the revival of The Music Man, but I think especially after 2 years of a crazy time where we weren't feeling a lot of joy and a lot of community, this is what the show's really about. It's about a community of people coming together. And so I think it's just that incredible joy feeling that you're going to get when you come see the show.
I think Music Man is about, I think it's American in the best possible way. I think it's got beautiful morals. I think it's got family values. I think it's one of the great love stories of all time. And the amount of joy that I think this show creates isn't that what we need about now?
It's just full of joy. You know, I think that it's an amazing love story. It's classic. The music is and it's been in my life, since I was very, very young. So I think that nostalgia will take me back, and I just can't wait to experience that.
I just think people need to connect. Not only they need live theater, but they need to come back to something that's familiar and something that can create a community with the audience.
It's you on my pillow in all of my dreams till once more the morning breaks through. What words could be saner or truer or plainer than it's you, it's you. Yes, it's you. Oh, yes, it's you.
It'll be $29.95.
Don't make me sing.
iHeartRadio Broadway, driven by Mercedes-Benz. The best or nothing.